Hey everybody, happy Thursday evening. We don't have special lighting or anything like that tonight because it has been a very busy day. As you can tell, I have Miss Reese today and for the next few days, and she has kept me hopping today a little bit, but that is totally okay. I came up with my topic this afternoon just by mere fact of, I had a lot of different things in my brain, but just by mere fact of I was scrolling through and I was looking for something in my messenger. And so for those of y'all that don't know, I have been thriving now here in just about another week and a half or so. It'll be 5 years. And I knew that it was around this time in July in 2015 that Tammy had messaged me and was mentioning this Thrive thing to me. And I seriously was like, oh yeah, I didn't want a thing to do with it. And so that was a huge aha for me because as I was reading my very first response back to her, well, let me ask you this. What was your first response when someone mentioned Thrive to you, or when you first heard about Thrive? Were you thinking this is another scam? This is another one of those where you have to take a mariachi band of stuff during the whole entire day? And, what were you thinking? Are you thinking like, these people are crazy if this is something else they're jumping on the bandwagon with? So my excuses started from my very first message back to her. I think I may have been a little intrigued, but I didn't want to let on just yet. And keep in mind, if y'all never heard my story, when she messaged me, I was sitting on my couch in the summertime watching the Weather Channel in my pajamas, and I had been doing that for 3 weeks. And I just didn't have any energy at all. So my very first message back to her started with excuses. Well, we have a lot going on. The girls are both getting ready to be in school, in college. Ainsley was in her senior year. Arden was starting her freshman year of college. And I remember just pretty much saying, my family's coming first. I'm last. But I did tell her I was an exhausted hormonal mess. And think about the excuses that you gave when someone asked you about Thrive. Were your excuses about your family? Because we know there's no way you were going to put yourself first when it came to Thrive. Were your excuses financial? I mean, my very first thing I asked her was like, well, I don't know how much this stuff costs, but I really can't afford anything. At that point, I was literally thinking, if it's $25, I can't even afford it. But I really wasn't seeing the big picture of what Thrive was and what it could do for me. All I knew was I was exhausted and I was tired. So a lot of times when you're messaging people and you're talking to them about Thrive and so forth, they're going to throw those excuses back up at you. And it has nothing to do with you. It all has to do with them. They're scared. They're worried about the money. They don't put themselves first. They never do. They never have. And in doing so, that's stepping way outside of their comfort zone by indicating that they might want to put themselves first. They don't have the time to do the product. Okay, well, we all know that it takes you all of 20 minutes in the morning. You take your capsules as soon as you wake up. You wait 20 minutes in between doing different things in the morning and you drink your mix. You've already slapped on your DFT or you slap it on then and boom, you're good to go. People will use time as an excuse. And that's all those are excuses because people do not put themselves first. They're not used to it. And so, think about and even go back and scroll back to see whenever you were messaging someone about Thrive, for yourself, when somebody was messaging you and so forth. Look and see how many different back and forths it took before you said, yeah, I'm interested in ordering this. It may have taken you a year. It may have taken you 6 messages. It may have taken you 6 months. Everybody is different. I looked at mine and there were probably about 10 to 12 messages back and forth before I said, yes, I could order it. And the reason I said I could order it is because she said she had $25 in credits for me. And I knew I couldn't spend 150 plus shipping, but I knew I could spend 125 plus shipping. So there was a difference for me versus 130 something versus 260 something, whatever, with the shipping. And so that's why I always tell people, don't discount giving them $20, $25, or even just paying for their shipping. I mean, it's huge. So I want you to scroll back and take a look and see what kind of excuses you gave. A lot of times, those are the same types of excuses that your customers are giving you. They know they need help, or their future customers, I should say. They know they need help. They want help, but they just don't know. They don't really know that they know they need it, if that makes any sense. And so that's where we help instill the value of what the product can do. Like I mentioned last week, people don't care about all the ingredients necessarily. They care whether it's going to help them be able to get out of bed without dragging for the next 2 hours trying to get ready, just even waking up. I use Coke Zeros in order to wake up. Now, within 10 minutes of taking my capsules, I am wide awake. And so that's what they want to know. They want to know that they're going to be getting a better night's sleep. They want to know that they're going to start feeling better even from the inside out. Do you have, I used to have to go to the restroom all the time, and, digestive discomforts and so forth. And so getting down to what it is that a customer needs is crucial. And I don't know if you got to listen to the mastermind last night that Courtney Glazer did with Jason. She had three or four of her promoters on as well. And Stephanie, I'm trying to think of what Stephanie's last name is. I wrote it down, but Stephanie Sandoval, I guess is how you pronounce it. She talked about customers, and she talked about how much time she spends with her customers and getting to know what it is that they want from their Thrive. What are their 2 top health goals? And you'll hear a lot of us talk about that with customers, is what are your 2 top health goals? Invest in letting them know that you care about them. This is a customer-based business. And Jason even talked about that last night. He said that we are one of the only businesses that's in the health and wellness industry that has more customers than promoters. Oh, there goes Gunner. And so he said a lot of companies, they're more promoter based. We're all about our customers and helping them, because we can help those customers then thrive for free. I used to always be afraid of whatever their excuses were, and I was afraid that I couldn't help them, that I couldn't get down to the bottom of their answer, or I couldn't get down to the bottom of their need. But you know what, guys? We can help them, because number one, we have our Thrive story. And if we have our Thrive story, we know what it did to help us, and we know what someone did to help us, and somebody helped them, we can help these customers as well. And that's where also those 3-way chat groups come in to play big time. And today I was actually able to connect one of the girls who's on our team with a promoter who is in Pennsylvania by way of our team group that's in Texas, because she needed someone that had an experience with a certain particular type of thing. And so I was able to put them in a 3-way chat group with me. They're going to take it away and they'll go do their own thing. They're both promoters, but this is where you can even connect promoters in a 3-way chat group. So people give excuses for everything. They give excuses as to why they can't thrive. And then people also give excuses as to why they can't promote. And to be honest, I never really had thought about promoting. When I started 5 years ago, and you've heard me talk about this, we were all ignorance on fire. I came in about 6 weeks after Tammy did, and we were just ignorance, totally just running, trying to figure out things out. Now, Susan and Lindsay had been in this industry for about maybe 2 years before us, not quite 2 years maybe. And so they had already kind of done that ignorance on fire running and so forth, but we were still learning from the seat of our pants. And so there were a lot of things that we just did not know. We did not understand the refer to. That's why I clicked the promoter button to begin with, is because I thought this was the only way I was going to be able to get my product at a discount. I did not know that as a customer, if I referred 2 friends, if I had two friends arriving with me, that I could get my product at a discount by getting the average of those two orders in credits. So I hit the promoter button, and then I found out, okay, yeah, guess what? I can do that refer too. But oh, there's also this other bonus. It's called a VIP 800, and you got 2 weeks to get it. So for those of y'all that don't know, I hit the promoter button the very first week that school started, and it was my second year of teaching second grade. When you switch grade levels, you're in a whole new ball game. You're in a learning curve that's like no other. So I did not have a lot of extra time. So when people say they can't promote because they don't have time, let me just tell you how you make time, okay? Those of us right now that have way too much time, we don't seem to get as much done probably as those who are digging it and grinding it and working outside jobs and things like that. When I was teaching, I got up earlier to make sure that I got some of my messages sent out and things like that. I was not allowed to post on social media during the school day. So Tammy would post on social media for me, or into my little team chat group that I had in Messenger. I could message people, but I could not post. So I would do messaging during specials. I would take my phone to the bathroom, and I would do messaging from the bathroom at lunchtime. If I was not doing a recess duty in the afternoon, I was messaging then. And then as soon as I got in my car, before I left, I was dialing people up that had called me and left me messages that I could not necessarily return those calls in any of those other time frames. So I worked my job literally in the nooks and crannies of my day. I still do that, but during this COVID, I think we felt like we all had just a little bit of extra time on our hands, and I kind of started wasting time. So I'm getting better about being accountable to myself for my time frame. And so customers are going to give you excuses anywhere from financial, themselves, time, whatever. They're going to come up with excuses. Our goal is to get down to the bottom of what their excuse is. What are they really needing so that we can help them? For promoters, what is their biggest excuse? They don't have the time. Okay. So let's share with them about how they can work this in the nooks and crannies of their day, and just talk about how you have worked and you work this business in the nooks and crannies of your day. I obviously am working in the nooks and crannies of my day right now with having sister for the next few days. And so, yeah, she's sleeping now. Don't let this fool you, because y'all, she didn't sleep last night. She did, but not just as very long. But it's a good thing I'm a thriver. So invest in our customers, invest in your promoters, invest in people. Courtney said, you know, she can't stand it when she hears somebody in her team say, I need one more customer, I need one more promoter. You know what? It's all about just helping people thrive. It doesn't matter whether it's a customer or promoter. We're just here to help people thrive. One last thought. Okay, I think it kind of escaped my head right now. I don't remember now. Oh, she has had me hopping today, so I have not had a chance to do the Zoom yet with the customer account and sharing the screen so that you guys can see that. That is my goal, to get that done for you guys so that y'all can see that. And then just the last couple of announcements. Paul has got the challenge out for us, 40 new customer accounts by July the 15th. And so this is a great time to get in your messenger. Just message people. That doesn't always have to be about Thrive. It just has to be about life and checking in on them. And if you guys need me, you know where to find me. I am here. I'm always willing to help y'all and help you achieve your goals. This is what this is all about. It's, you know, Tammy helps me. I help y'all. We help your people, and so forth and so on. And we help your customers, we help your promoters, and we are all in this together. So I hope that everybody has a great night, and I will see y'all next Thursday with a new topic. Bye, y'all.